Ever had one of those days where everything feels heavy and the only escape is slipping on your headphones? Addison Rae's Headphones On captures that exact moment. The push and pull between pain and release, between drowning in your thoughts and dancing through them. It's raw, relatable, and packed with little details that tell a bigger story. Today, we're breaking it all down: the lyrics, the emotions, and why this track hits different when you're in your feels. Ready? Press play and let's dive in. The chorus revolves around themes of coping with pain, seeking temporary relief, and maintaining self confidence despite hardships. The repeated line, "Guess I gotta accept the pain," suggests a sense of resignation. She acknowledges that some struggles are unavoidable and must be endured rather than fixed. This reflects a mature, if somewhat wary, perspective on life's difficulties. Instead of fighting the pain, she chooses to accept it, which can be seen as a form of emotional survival. The mention of needing a cigarette to make me feel better introduces the idea of using small comforts or vices to numb emotional distress. While smoking is often a metaphor for temporary escapes, it also highlights how people sometimes rely on quick fixes to manage their feelings, even if they aren't the healthiest solutions. This line makes the song feel raw and relatable as many people turn to habits, whether it's music, distractions, or other coping mechanisms, to ease their minds. Despite the pain, she balances her struggles with optimism, singing, "Every good thing comes my way, so I still get dolled up." This suggests that even when things are tough, she refuses to let them completely drag her down. Getting dolled up could symbolize putting on a brave face, maintaining self care, or finding confidence in her appearance as a way to push through hard times. It's a reminder that pain doesn't have to erase self worth. Sometimes putting effort into oneself can be an act of defiance against negativity. Overall, the chorus captures a mix of vulnerability and resilience. It doesn't sugarcoat the reality of emotional struggles, but it also doesn't let them take over completely. Instead, the lyrics show a person who acknowledges their pain, leans on small comforts, and keeps moving forward with a sense of pride and determination. The post chorus serves as a musical and emotional release, shifting the tone from the heavier themes of the chorus to a more carefree, almost therapeutic moment. The repeated line, "So I put my headphones on," symbolizes a deliberate escape, a way to block out the noise of life's problems and immerse ourselves into something comforting. Headphones, in this context, act as both a physical and mental barrier, creating a private world where she can control what she hears and feels. This small act becomes a ritual of self preservation, showing how music can be a refuge during tough times. When she sings, "Listen to my favorite song," it reinforces the idea of seeking solace in familiarity. Favorite songs often carry memories, emotions, or rhythms that can instantly change one's mood. This line suggests that even when things feel chaotic, there's stability in the music she loves. The phrase, "soaking up the rain," adds a poetic layer. Rain often symbolizes sadness or hardship, but here she's not running from it. Instead, she's allowing herself to sit with those feelings, almost embracing them while still finding a way to enjoy the moment. The line, "letting my hair down," is a classic metaphor for releasing tension and allowing herself to relax. It contrasts with the earlier acknowledgement of pain, showing that despite struggles, she's giving herself permission to unwind and be present. The invitation, "come and put your headphones on," extends this coping mechanism to others as if she's sharing a piece of her healing process. It's a subtle way of saying, "if you're hurting, try this. It helps me." Overall, the post chorus acts as a bridge between the song's heavier emotions and its more liberating, dance worthy energy. It's a reminder that even in difficult moments, small actions like pressing play on a favorite song can provide relief, connection, and even joy. The repetition of these lines throughout the song makes them feel like a mantra, reinforcing the idea that sometimes the simplest escapes are the most powerful. The verse delves into deeper emotional territory, revealing Addison Rae's personal struggles with family, self comparison, and insecurity. The opening line, Wish my mom and dad could have been in love, immediately introduces a sense of longing and unresolved pain tied to her parents' relationship. This suggests that their separation or strained dynamic has left a lasting impact on her, framing her understanding of love and stability. Even as an adult, she carries this childhood wish, highlighting how early experiences shape our emotional baggage. There's a quiet sadness in the resignation of, guess some things aren't meant to last forever, as if she's trying to rationalize the disappointment rather than fully heal from it. The second half of the verse shifts to another universal struggle, comparison. When she sings, I compare my life to the new It Girl. Jealousy's a riptide, it pulls me under. She taps into the toxic cycle of measuring oneself against others, especially in the age of social media where curated perfection is everywhere. The metaphor of jealousy as a riptide is powerful. It conveys how envy can feel inescapable, dragging her down before she even realizes it's happening. This line feels particularly relatable in today's world, where it's easy to feel inadequate next to influencers or celebrities who seem to have it all. What makes the verse so compelling is its vulnerability. Unlike the chorus, which focuses on coping mechanisms, or the post chorus, which offers escape, the verse lays bare the root of her pain, family wounds and self doubt. Yet, it also sets up the song's larger message. These struggles don't disappear, but they can be managed. The verse gives context to why she needs to put her headphones on in the first place, making the song's lighter moments feel earned rather than superficial. It's a reminder that behind the glamour and confidence she mentions elsewhere, there's a real person grappling with very human emotions. The pre-chorus serves as a moment of philosophical reflection, acting as the bridge between the song's raw emotional verses and its more resigned, coping-focused chorus. The lines, You can't fix what has already been broken, you just have to surrender to the moment, capture a central theme of the song, acceptance. Unlike the verse, which dwells on pain, or the chorus, which seeks temporary relief, the pre chorus delivers a blunt truth. Some things in life are beyond repair, and fighting against that reality only prolongs the suffering. The first line, You can't fix what has already been broken, suggests a wariness with trying to mend things that may never be whole again, whether it's a fractured family, lost love, or her own self esteem. There's a quiet frustration here, but also wisdom. It's the realization that not all damage can be undone, and sometimes holding on to the hope of fixing it only leads to more hurt. This ties back to the verse's mention of her parents' failed relationship. Some fractures, like divorce or heartbreak, can't be glued back together perfectly. The second line, You just have to surrender to the moment, introduces a different approach, letting go. Surrender doesn't mean giving up in defeat, but rather releasing control and accepting life as it comes. This idea mirrors mindfulness practices where resisting pain often amplifies it, while acknowledging it can lessen its grip. In the context of the song, this surrender leads directly into the chorus, where she accepts the pain and turns to small comforts like cigarettes and music. The pre chorus then is the mental shift that allows her to move from sadness to survival. What makes the pre chorus particularly powerful is its universal applicability. Everyone has something in their life they wish they could change but can't, whether it's past mistakes, missed opportunities, or circumstances beyond their control. The pre chorus doesn't sugarcoat this truth, but it also doesn't wallow. Instead, it offers a pragmatic, almost therapeutic perspective. If you can't change it, stop fighting it. This mindset paves the way for the song's eventual release. Dancing through the pain, losing herself in music, and finding joy even when life isn't perfect. The bridge delivers a moment of hard won clarity, serving as the emotional pivot point where Addison Rae reframes her struggles into something meaningful. The lines, I know the lows are what makes the highs higher, so I tell myself this is a reminder. Life's no fun through clear waters. Reveal a mature perspective on pain, one that acknowledges its necessity rather than resenting its existence. This isn't just empty optimism, it's the realization that contrast gives life its depth. Without sadness, joy wouldn't feel as bright, and without struggle, peace wouldn't feel as earned. The metaphor, life's no fun through clear waters, is particularly striking. Clear water suggests calmness and ease, but she argues that a life without challenges would actually be dull, like a perfectly smooth sea with no waves to ride. This flips the script on how we typically view hardship. Instead of seeing problems as purely negative, she suggests they add texture to our experiences, making the good moments more satisfying when they arrive. It's a subtle nod to resilience, the idea that weathering storms makes us appreciate the sunshine more. When she calls it a reminder, it suggests this isn't her first time learning this lesson. Life keeps teaching her, and she keeps needing to remember. This ties back to the song's overarching theme of cyclical emotions: pain, escape, acceptance, repeat, but now with more wisdom each time around. By the time the outro kicks in with its carefree, gonna dance till the wheels fall off energy, we understand that her joy isn't in spite of the pain, but partly because of it. The lows don't disappear, but they make the highs worth dancing for.